And we're live. All right, guys. I figured we'll just go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Thanks again for everyone here joining me and being on this live webinar. So today we're going to be covering a few things. There's a few things that we're going to be covering. And for this, listen, if you are someone who has a business, if you are someone who's operating a side hustle, so you have a side hustle in some way, shape, or form, and you want to make more money, grow your side hustle, then this is the training that is designed for you. Now, I'm going to be going back and forth this way because, guys, I'm using my laptop. I have a bunch of devices here. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I'm going to go ahead and dive into the screen so you won't be able to see me that much. I'll put myself on the bottom of the screen here, but let's go ahead and continue on. All right, guys. So first thing first, first little disclaimers that I want to make here really, really quickly, guys, is first thing I want to say is the first thing first is the new AI tool that we're going to be currently is going to help you get more traffic to your offer, get more traffic to your business, get more traffic to your side hustle. And I'm going to be talking to you how you can basically reach your financial goals in just 10 minutes by leveraging this AI tool, right? So for this, I have a fancy picture here of me and an Iron Man right there. But obviously, guys, as you guys know, you would know that this is not me, and that's not the real Iron Man. Actually, it'd be cool if it was, but actually, is not the real Iron Man. That is actually an AI generated image, right? Which is how mind blowing is that. So, a little disclaimer before we get started, guys, because I really want to put a disclaimer out because this is not any get rich quick idea, or you're not going to be magically rich overnight, right? So just go over some earnings disclaimer. So first off, you're not going to become rich overnight. Let's go ahead and let's put that out there. You're not going to become rich overnight. Honestly, I wish I could just snap a finger. And also the comments, guys, are going to be shown as well on screen. So whenever you leave a comment on live, the comments are going to be shown on screen as well. So first thing first is, guys, you're not going to get rich overnight. All right, let's kind of put that out there. You're not going to get rich overnight. And the strategies and the tools we will cover here are educational and requires personal input to achieve results. What does that mean? That means that I will be basically giving you tools and give resources for how you can get more traffic to your side hustle, and how you can basically go ahead and generate more revenue for your business. But the one thing I like to say is this: is there is a degree of work that is needed on your part. So if you're lazy, if you're someone who doesn't in any way, shape, or form work, then this is probably not going to be the best thing for you. Okay. So you might want to jump off now. We recommend that you do your own independent research before making any financial decisions. As you guys would know, I basically, from the tools and tricks I'm going to be giving with you guys here, secrets I'm going to be sharing with you here, and also just stick around because I'm going to be giving a bonus at the end, is one, you're going to need to basically, do your own independent research. Okay. So let's go ahead and proceed. The objective of this training is to show you a way, basically to show you a way to get more traction for your business and enterprise. But here's the reality about making money. I'm gonna share with you guys the reality about making money. The reality about making money is it's stressful. It's stressful, all right? You basically, you start your side hustle, you start your business, and then, you get into this with the passion. You have a passion, let's say you are woodworking, right? You get into woodworking and you say, you know what, my passion is woodworking, right? That's what I like to do. I like to woodwork. And you get into the passion in which you woodworking, and then next thing you know is, well, someone's got to get the customers. Someone's got to call them when they come in. What do you do when all orders come in? How do you? Someone's got to process the finances. Someone's got to be there to basically talk to the people. Someone's got to be there to handle customer complaints. What happens if somebody says, "Oh, I want to return this"? What happens if something happens? That is also all the things that you basically kind of comes full circle when you start to operate and run your business, right? If you're actually running a profitable and successful business, these are a few things in which that kind of you have to juggle there, right? That's basically the crazy part there. So it's a little bit of a stressful. I just had a podcast which I'm going to be coming out with here shortly, but basically talking a little bit about the realities about entrepreneurship and all that stuff. But that basically is beyond the point of this training that we're going to be doing here today, this workshop we're going to be doing here today, rather. So as we continue here, it's stressful. Okay, so I want to share with you guys the stats because the reason why I want to say this is 23% of single income households more likely to struggle paying bills. Now, why am I bringing these numbers out to you? I'm bringing these numbers out to you because not a lot of people who go start a side hustle go and start a side hustle because they say, you know what, I'm going to get rich. I want to get rich. Yes, there is also the few people out there that say, you know what, I want to get rich overnight. I want to get rich. I want to make more money. I want to, all you insert all the reasons there. There were a few people who set that in mind, who set that as their goal. And that's what they want to do, is they just want to get rich. But majority of people, it is hard. It is very, very, very hard to make it in a very highly inflated economy, right? If you live in an economy that's very, very highly inflated, then you would understand that it is very hard for you to be out there, for you to be in a position in which you have to take care of your family. Because then again, most people have kids, you have a wife, you have family you got to take care of. So what do most people have to do? Then you have to get in a position in which you both now have to work. Now, both people in the household now have to work to be able to make ends meet because guess what? They don't make enough money. That's not any way to be. That's a tragic place to be at. But that's the reason why I want to kind of go ahead and cover the stats right now and cover this numbers, right? So 23% of single income households more likely to struggle paying bills. And this is just basically stats over here. We're not really going to cover much of that, but translated to financial lifestyles, 38.4% of people live paycheck to paycheck with issues paying bills. Okay. So 38.4% of people who live paycheck to paycheck have issues with paying bills. So which means they have to basically go ahead and borrow money, right? You have to go and borrow money from, a lender. They have to go with a quick pay software or tool or some financial credit system to basically go ahead and give them an advance on their paycheck because they're not able to make ends meet. Now, this is no diss or discredit to what they do. Is the reality is the fact is it's basically becoming very, very tough to live in. And 40.7% live paycheck to paycheck without issues paying bill. So now we have two stats. We have 78.4% of people who basically in a position in which they live paycheck to paycheck. 38.4% of them will struggle to pay bills. 40% are like, well, you know what? I get paid this much, but after I make bills and everything, don't have much money left. Right. And that's where majority of people find themselves. And then you also have basically a position with roughly about 40% live between checks. Right. So there's a few people out there. There's a minority of position that like, oh, yeah, you know what? I can survive and live without, having to worry about that. So this has led to the rise in the amount of people who need a second income or they need to start a side hustle or a business to generate more money. OK, now, the next thing I want to talk about here, guys, is this. The fact is the average person. Okay. The fact is the average person with a side hustle, because you started a side hustle for the intent to make money. But the reality is this is it's costing you more time. And more than likely, it's probably costing you a discretionary income just for the side hustle to actually be profitable. So the fact is the average person with a side hustle isn't making enough money to pay your bills. Okay. The average person society isn't making enough money to pay their bills. But what do I mean by that? Let's look at the stats, right? A lot of people are going to be like, man, my side hustle is this, my side hustle is this, my side hustle is this, right? When we look at net income, there was a survey that was done here, and out of the 2,347 responses, 2,347% responses. Let's look at the majority here. This is a pie chart. Let's look at the majority here. So in the blue being 56.2%, which is the majority, obviously, simple math. 19.2% is, semi the middle. You call them in the middle class. And the 9.2% is the semi. And then everything else kind of goes in between. 56.2% of them, of people that side hustle, make less than $100 a month. Okay. 56.2% make less than $100 a month, with 19% make anywhere between $101 to $500 a month. And you're also in a position in which only about roughly, if we summarize this math, roughly in summary, less than 4% of people with side hustles make more than $10,000 a month. Less than 4% of people make less than $10,000 a month. Now, the question I always want to ask myself is this, and I pose the same question to you. The question is, why? Okay. Why is it that they struggle to make this much money? Why? Because then again, the reality is when you start as your side hustle, your business, whatever it is, you get into it in a promise of an income potential. You get into it in the virtue that, hey, you know what? I'm going to get into this and there's money that's going to be made. I'm going to make some money from this. I'm going to be a profitable business. This is going to help me grow. Business is going to be booming. Everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be awesome. But what ends up happening is most people don't end up making that much money, right? So why is it that most people are so struggling? So when people were surveyed, what's your biggest side hustle challenge right now? Let's go down the list. What's your biggest side hustle challenge right now? Let's go down the list. So we have growth and marketing being high up in the priority list, very much high up in the priority list, in the scale as to most people struggle. And if you look at this data, this is 2024 and 2021 data. Over the past 3 years, that line, the most unique thing about this is the line has not changed. Okay. That's what's unique here is the line. When you look at it, the line has not changed. So what does that mean? That means that people were struggling growth and marketing 3 years ago. They're still struggling growth and marketing today. Okay. Now you also see in a perspective, we're in 2021 now, 2024, a lot of people are saying time. Now, is that having anything to do with AI? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe in a position in which AI is actually in a position of actually helping. That perhaps might be the case. That perhaps might be the situation. But in a position in which time is not a big of a factor now, marketing has always been a factor, right? Now, that's why I said you guys should stick around, because stick around. I'm going to be giving you guys some bonuses at the end of this training. Is going to help you with your marketing solution. Okay. Then we have people who struggle with the right idea. You have people who are like, hey, struggle with the right idea, mindset, motivation, money, startups, admin. You might be thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have an assistant. Maybe I need an assistant to be able to operate my business. Maybe you put the words, put whatever word that is in there. The reality is this. The top of the food chain is if you were marketing, you'd get more customers. If you were getting more customers, you wouldn't be making $100 a month, right? So because the difference between the winners and the losers is the winners just do something slightly different. They just do a slight tweak, right? The difference between, if you go on a long journey, because remember, entrepreneurship is a journey, right? If you go on a journey and you are going 40 miles an hour and someone else is going 45 miles an hour over a 4 or 5 hour drive, they will go a longer distance than you. Okay, speed, it's time, all the physics, the math, you could do that, but I'm not going to get into that now. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to put ones for me in the chat. I want you guys to put ones for me in the chat if I have your permission to show you a way in which social media can help you get more attention to your business and save you time. I want to see ones in the chat, and I'm going to move on to the next slide. Ones in the chat if you guys want me to show you how social media can help you get attention to your business and save you time. One's in the chat, guys. Oh, we got ones. We got John Bubble G. Interesting name. We got ones in the chat. Okay. So now that we have ones in the chat, just to get some ones, just to get some more ones. We got more ones. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna move on. All right. So first off, before we proceed, who is this training for? Who is it? Because I'm gonna give you guys credit. First off, you've been on with me now for about 14 minutes. Okay, you've been on with me for about 14 minutes now. So now let's go ahead and talk about this. Who is this training for? This is for you if you have or are thinking of starting an online business. This could be a Shopify store. This could be, eBay. This could be Etsy. This could be whatever it is, your business, Facebook Marketplace. It could be, what else is there? Whatever your internet e-commerce online business is, coaching. Okay, this could be coaching. Okay, our coaches, we have coaches that use the same similar software. My personal coach uses a similar software. Coaches, consultants, uh, courses. If you're selling courses and memberships, this you're gonna want to basically stick around for this training, okay? Because we're basically gonna be talking to you about how to put it up together, how this, I'm gonna give you guys a tool and a secret here to basically piece it all up together. So boom, right there, be able to, grab life and basically go ahead and make some more income other than $100 a month. All right. So if you have an e-commerce consultant invested in professional services, training is for you. Multi-level marketing, local service, or you run a software business, this training is for you. If you're brick and mortar or any service that requires you meeting with a customer, then this training as well is for you. So let's do a little experiment. We're going to do a little experiment, guys. Okay. We're going to do experiments. And the experiments we're going to do here is I want you guys to, pick up your phones. I want you guys to pick up your phones. All right, pick up your phones. If you have an iPhone, perfect. If you don't have an iPhone, I have an iPhone here. Let me see if I can get in the camera. I have my iPhone here. Okay, and I want you to navigate to the settings. If you have an iPhone, if you're an Android user, it's perfectly fine. But I want you to navigate to settings, and when you navigate to settings, I want you to go to screen time. Okay, when you go to screen time, I want you to look at what it says there for your daily average time spent on your cell phone. Okay, I want you to see your average time spent on social media specifically. Okay, how much time do you spend on social media? All right, I want you to put that. All right, we good? Oh, you guys got that? Everyone's got that? All right. The next thing we're going to do now, I'm going to show you guys my numbers right here. Okay, here's my numbers. I spent an average of 57 minutes a day on social media. Okay, that's what I spent on social media. 57 minutes of my time on a daily basis in the bottom left is spent on social media. Okay, now what about others? Okay, this is an overall statistic to show there's this. If you look on the right here, the blue with a clock, 2 hours and 23 minutes is the average time that is spent on social media. Okay, amongst 5.04 billion people. There's 5 billion people that use social media. They spend roughly about 2 hours. 2 hours and 23 minutes of your time. It's spent on social media. And what's even interesting is this: they spend it across 6.7 social media platforms. Second experiment: go on your phone right now and look at how many social media apps you have. Let's count it. I'm gonna do mine. Okay, I'm gonna do mine. I have Instagram, Facebook. I don't have TikTok anymore. Twitter. I have LinkedIn. So now we're at what? We're at 4. What else is there? I don't have TikTok, but if I did, I would be at 5. If you had Snapchat, you'd be at 6. If you had Pinterest, you'd be at 7. If you had all this, you'd be at 8, 9, 10. It adds up. But amongst each person has an average of 6.7. Do you guys understand? Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so because the point I'm trying to, we're going to sum it up really quickly, and you're going to understand the main key point I'm trying to drive you. There's 5.04 billion users across social media with an average of 2 hours daily and 6.7 6.7 social media accounts, of which 84% of people on social media over the age of 18. So which means they are of buying, which means they can purchase from you, they can give you money, they can flow you money, which is pretty much what you and I pretty much want, right? You want people that are going to buy from you. So outside of social media, what about just browsing the internet? What about people who just regularly browse the internet? Because you might be like, well, I don't use social media. I'm not on social media. I don't ever go on social media. Why in God's name would I be on social media? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Well, 4.95 billion people surf the web on a daily basis. 4.95 billion people, with 62% of the global population being on the internet, and it's growing on an average of 192 million people each year. That's 4%. Okay, and they spend 6 hours and 58 minutes daily. 6 hours and 58 minutes daily on social media. Okay, we're not even going to go cover the stats as to what devices and all that stuff, but there's a point I'm trying to make. Just stick with me here, guys. Just here with me. Just bear with me here. So Why am I showing you guys all this? Why am I showing you all this? Why are we going through the stats? Like, Emmanuel, okay, come on, man. You're covering data. You're covering all this data. I'm not a data person. What are you talking about? How does this apply to me? Just stay on, pay attention, pay attention a little bit. So if more than 50% of side hustles make less than $900 per month, but the internet has 5 billion users, then there's a problem. Would you agree? Listen, would you agree if there's more than 50% of side hustles, people would, hey, you know what? This is eventually at some point going to be my main source of income. Make less than $100 a month with over 5 billion users on the internet, then you would agree that there is a problem. Okay, I don't know about you, but I would be in a position in which I'll be like, listen, man, the math is not mathing. Okay, something is off. And what would you think that is? That would be, if I was a guessing man, the problem would be that most people are not reaching your customers where they are. Most people are not leveraging social media. Or if you're leveraging social media, you're just not doing it in a way in which you're actually getting the reach that you want. Because let me tell you something. How much would you think right now that people spend on the internet? How much would you think people spend on social media? If you had to guess, how much would you think right now? If you had to estimate, how much would you think people spend on impulse purchases whenever they're on social media? How much would you think that they spend on impulse purchases whenever they're on social media? Take a guess. $100 each year. $200. Maybe they spend $150. Maybe they spend $250 because you're like, oh man, I wouldn't spend more than that. Maybe they spend $350. Let's even go on a high end. Maybe they spend $450. Well, you would actually be the math is the Americans spend an average of $754 on average per year impulsively buying products they see on social media. $754 each year buying products that they see on social media. So what does that mean? That means that there's somebody out there spending $754. They spent $754 last year on social media, but they didn't spend it with you. They spent $754 the year before on social media, but they didn't spend it with you. They're going to spend $754 this year on social media, and it's up to you if you want that money. It's up to you if you want to provide them the service and provide them the value for them to be able to go ahead and serve you, and for them to go ahead and pay you. It's up to you, because guess what? If not, same way you've missed it for the years that you've been in business of people not spending money with you, it's the same way it's going to continue to happen where they're still not going to spend any more money with you. Are you understand? Is the mathing right now? So product consumers buy on social media. I mean, it's not even about the products that matter. It's the fact that if you average it out, even toys, people are buying toys across all social medias. They spend about 17% of purchases on toys. All right. And I bet you your product provides more value than toys. Obviously, the kids are happy. You buy toys for your kids. That makes sense. But still, consumers are buying products on social media, but they're not buying it with you. They're not buying it with you. So what does that mean? That means that they're not flowing you any of that money. So what does this mean for you as an entrepreneur? There is no reason why you should not be making money. Okay. Other than the only reason why I would say this is the fact is you lack the ability to reach more people. Okay. You lack the ability for people to flow you cash, for people to flow you money. The truth is there are people out there who want to give you money, but they can't if they don't know your product exists. The people out there who want to basically you to be of service to them, but they cannot if they don't know your product exists. Okay. So that just brings me to the fact is if you as an entrepreneur and you know this, you're like, listen, people are not giving me money. For some reason, business is not doing well. For some reason, I'm not making the sales that I want to sell. For some reason, some things are not working out for me. Then you need to understand that what you've done in the past, this is a new year. What you've done in the past hasn't helped you. So it's right now, if I were you, you got to start making changes. If I were you, you got to start fixing things. If I were you, I'd be in a position where it's like, bam, I need to be in a position in which I need to start doing things. So which means your number one job is what? Your number one job is to be basically get more people to know you exist. Get more people to know you exist. The thing is, I know at the end of the day right now, you might feel like this is criticism. I'm not criticizing you for making less in whatever it is that you do. I have no interest in criticizing you. It's the fact to understand is I know how it feels. Okay. I know how it feels. The reality is I know that you're trying. I know it is that you're trying. I know that you're on social media the most you can. You're on social media every day, 8 hours a day. You're posting content every day, hoping that somebody would take out your credit card and buy from you. That's what you're hoping, that somebody would take out their credit card and buy from you. You're hoping that somebody would be like, hey, James, hey Ethan, hey Mark, hey Jennifer, hey, insert your name there. I had pity on you posting all this stuff, so I'm deciding to spend my card with you and spend here with you and buy. That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're hoping for. That's what you think is going to happen. That's what you're thinking you got to do. That's what that's what's going to probably even is going to come to, because you just got to ask yourself, how's that working for me? How's that working for you? Okay, because right now you're pretty much feeling drained. Your battery's drained. You're tired and you feel like your battery's drained. You feel like all you do basically is create content and you're not focused on what you love and enjoy. You're not focused on doing that. And you feel like your content is underperforming and you're barely seeing results. It feels, honest with you, feels like a waste of time. It feels like you're out there wasting time. It feels like you're out there just basically throwing your time, money, effort away, just wasting it, pouring it down the drain. You're better out just going out there and walking your dog. Why don't you just do that? Go ahead and walk your dog. Go ahead and walk your dog. Okay? Because you want people to spend money with you. Okay? You want people to spend money with you. You want people to basically go ahead and flow you cash. Because the reality is, you probably ask yourself, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Okay? A better way time for you to spend less time and get more organic engagement on social media while posting more content across your social media accounts, right? You have 6.7. How about we can use all 6.7 to get more clients, right? You're not getting clients from Snapchat. Are you getting clients from Snapchat? You're not. You're not getting clients from Snapchat. You're not getting clients from Facebook. You're not getting clients from Twitter. You're not getting clients from the podcast you listen to. How about if there's a way you can get clients from those platforms? Because people are spending $754 with someone else, but they're not spending that money with you. Because just imagine if 100 people, 100 of your ideal clients spent that $754 with you, that would put you at $75,400 a year in income. $75,400 a year in income. What would that change for you if you had just 100 people that spent $754 with you a year? What would that change for you? That would change a tremendous amount, because guess what? Your side hustle goes from making $100 a day, a month, to now in a position which you can bring more money. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to happen. Absolutely, this is no guarantee. Very much making that disclaimer, but this is possible because you know your business more than I know my business. Okay, more than I know your business. Okay, you know more business more than I know your business. So the reality is this: is there's people out there that want to hand you money. Okay, there's someone out there with a bag of cash and wants to hand you money, but the reality is you don't know how to reach out to this person. So they're just walking around, giving that wad of those cash to someone else, and that person is not you. Because right now, I don't know if I'm listening to this, I'm watching this, and I'm you, and I'm listening to this. The first thing that's going to my mind is, how do I get this person to give me this money? How do I get them to do that? How do I get them to give me this bag of cash that they're walking around just giving to other businesses, but they're not flowing me? They're giving all this wads of cash, all this money to someone else. Where's my wads of cash and my money? Okay. It's a sad truth. Thanks, Chancey. It's a sad truth. Okay. So there's a simple way. We're going to leverage artificial intelligence, right? You're going to get on the backs of artificial intelligence, and we're going to use AI. Okay. We're going to use AI to write our content, create our images, and engage with our audience. I'm going to show you how. Okay. We're going to use, you don't have to worry about what to post anymore. You don't have to worry about spending your time posting at this time of the day, posting at that time of the day. Okay. You don't have to think anymore about how to engage and stay top of mind of your audience. Okay. Because we're going to be watching this video here shortly. Let me go ahead and make the screen right there. I want you guys to take a listen to this.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and connect all of your social media accounts so you can post organically. So here you just go ahead and click on this icon here. You can click add accounts. You can connect Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, which is now X, and TikTok. So you can connect as many of these accounts. If you have multiple Facebook accounts, you can connect all of your Facebook accounts that are associated with your personal Facebook or business Facebook page. The next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and go into new post. Now you can create a new post using AI, or you can go using the templates. I'm going to go ahead and show you using the templates. So when you click on Social Planet templates, you can pick whatever industry you're in. Now, it all varies. If you're in the health and wellness, you can pick the health and wellness industry. For instance, let's say we're offering wellness services. So what you'd want to do here is you just click on the eye icon, and you can go ahead and pick. These are just basically, think about them as memes, things to keep your content, keep you organically showing and relevant to your customers. Now, this won't generate sales for your business, but it would help you stay relevant. The key for this is relevancy. Most organic postings on social media rarely drive traffic unless you're a famous influencer. It's not going to. That's the reason why we always advertise using Advantage Pro, because with that you can be able to grow and actually get more engagement. Once your template's added, you navigate down to the bottom here. You see here wellness services, what we chose. Select socials, and in here you can choose the accounts that you want to post on. For this, I've selected Instagram and I've selected LinkedIn as my posting accounts. I want to post every day between a time range of 11:24 a.m. and 5:02 p.m. And all I have to do is click schedule post, and this will be posted on the accounts based off of the templates I chose. This is posting with the templates. Now, if you wanted to use the AI portion of this, you could go ahead and click create new post, choose the accounts you'd want to post on. For this, we'll go Instagram, and same, we'll go for LinkedIn. And then here we pick on the generate with AI. So for this, we've chosen AI, a business service that deals with marketing. That's our title. And we've also chosen a content description we want to use. And then you just go ahead and click choose the length of the content, medium or large, whichever one you'd like, and then click generate. Now the AI is going to go ahead and generate the content for you. And yeah, we have the content written. You can edit it. Just click copy, and you can edit it here to fit and match your brand. And then you can go ahead and click continue. And just like that, the content is ready to post. Now, if you needed an image, you can just click generate an image here, create image using AI. We're going to generate an image using AI, and we're just going to go ahead and pick the prompt, a man standing next to a nice car, smiling and looking happy. You choose the photo, you click generate, and the AI will go ahead and generate your image as well for you. So here we have an AI image that has been generated with a man looking happy. Here it's a little bit looking AI generated, and you can just go ahead and click continue right there. And we have our image that we can use for Instagram, and we can also use this image for LinkedIn as well. You can also post that image if you wanted to on your story. Now, Emmanuel, back to you.
Okay. All right. Well, now we're back. Okay. So let's continue on with the presentation, guys, because the one thing there is the key takeaway from that is you don't have to be in a position in which you're posting content, and you don't have to be in a position where you're creating content and creating images and creating things and on all of this endless things for people to see. You don't even have to be in that position anymore. You are now in a position which you can take back your time. You can now pretty much start
So what
focusing
we're gonna
on what basically will make you more money, focusing on the reason why you got into business to begin with. So the reality is this: social media works, but it's not working for you. Why? Well, let's look at the stats. So every minute of the day, there's 4,000 people that are reading Yelp reviews. What does this matter to you? You're like, I'm not on Yelp. There's 174 apps downloaded every minute. Every minute, there's 174,000 apps that are downloaded every minute, and 16.2 million people texting, 231 emails sent, 13,000 listeners on Spotify, 6 million people shopping online, 6 million people searching on Google, 44 million people watching live streams. I mean, I wish all 44 million was watching this, but 12,000 ride shares. All this data is showing right now is that there's too much noise online. Okay, because showing it's too much noise because your content is just a drop in the bucket when you look at in the grand scheme of things. Is let's say you make a post right now on TikTok, right? Or you make it basically let's look at this one here. The 66,000 photos and videos shared on Instagram. Okay, so when you make a post, it's already overwhelmed. It's already done. By the time you make a post, it's done. It's a drop in the bucket. It's gone. Somebody else, you make your tweets. There's 350,000 tweets every minute. 350,000 tweets every minute. You make one tweet. By the time your tweet sent, the next minute, another 350,000 have tweeted. Can you compete with that? No, you can't. No, you can't. But so posting organic content, I'll say this: 100% is good. Organic content posting is good, but the reality is this: it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Let's look at the Super Bowl, okay? Let's look at the Super Bowl. So in the Super Bowl, there was Toyota advertisers on the Super Bowl. Toyota, Verizon. Now, if you're not familiar with the Super Bowl is basically a sport in which hundreds of millions of people watch it on a Sunday, and basically just an excuse to sit around and watch TV. All right, but honestly, good sport because I actually watched it, the last one. So we had Toyota, Verizon, Pizza Hut, Duolingo, Squarespace. We had Power to the Patients, TurboTax, Uber Eats, Skechers, and Microsoft, right? Now, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up to show you this. There were a total of about 59 advertisers in the 2024 Super Bowl. 59 advertisers in the 2024 Super Bowl. Each advertiser paid $7 million for a 30-second ad. Let's look at this. Let's listen to this again. Each advertiser paid $7 million for a 30-second ad, which means a combined spend of about $413 million to an audience of 123.7 million people. Okay. An audience of 123.7 million people. Why would they do that? Let me ask you right now. If you had $7 million, would you spend it on a 30-second ad? I don't know about you, but if you had $7 million, would you spend it? Most people are like, man, I'll be on a beach somewhere, just chilling, hanging out on the beach, some margaritas and mojitos and all this stuff. Honestly, I don't drink, so whatever it is that someone would do. Most people, I think this, Kevin, most people would be in a position in which, if they were in a position in which you had $7 million, you would not be spending it on a 30-second ad. I don't know about you, but I know for a fact right now I would not be doing that. I won't. But why would they do that? Okay, I want you guys to take a listen. We're gonna watch this video. This is a video from Kanye West. We're gonna watch this video.
Hey y'all, this Jay, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
That's it. So he wants you to go there to YEEZY.com. So think about it. So Kanye West spent $7 million and made $90 million from this ad. Obviously, you're not Kanye West, but the main reason why he and other companies advertised was to get attention. Okay. The reason why they advertised was simple, to get attention. So now I know. Okay. I know. I'm going to say this first off before I move on to this, before I show next. I know that you probably don't have $7 million right now to spend on an ad. If you do, kudos to you. But I know right now you probably don't have $7 million to spend on an ad, but you have a business that needs to make money. I know that you don't have a name by which people know you, but you don't need to when you advertise. Okay? Most of these businesses, they already have a brand. They already have organic posts. And think about it. Duolingo, Kanye West, they already post on a regular. Why do they need to advertise? The reason why they need to advertise is because they understand the same thing is the noise. They need to get away from the noise. Right? They need to get away from the fact that they're competing with other people who are basically posting content. You want to be very intentional. Listen, I don't. If you're in a position which right now you don't have the money, you probably like, I don't want to advertise because you might think it's too expensive and you're just starting out in business and you need more money. In that case, you need to understand that you're going to have to leverage your time. You need to understand that time is going to be a big factor. You need to understand that once you get done working your full-time job, you're going to come home and you're going to have to post like crazy on social media. Or you can use the tool that I'm basically going to be sharing you at the end of this training to basically do that for you so you can build your job. And this is literally just posting content. Okay? Because post so much more content than you usually would post. And honestly, that is my recommendation for you this time. Talk to friends and family. But it's important to know, okay? It's very important to know, okay, that every company advertises, okay? They have an organic presence. Every company advertises, but organic posting oftentimes takes too long to drive revenue, or if it drives revenue at all, okay? The reach of organic posting is declining, okay? It's declining on Facebook and Instagram. It's declining. It's getting very competitive to get the attention of your ideal audience, even the people that don't follow you. It's getting very competitive to get them to actually check out your content. Most people never take the time to analyze what the bottleneck in your business is. So here's an exercise. We're going to do an exercise. All right, guys. Everyone, I want you guys, if you're watching this right now, grab a pen and paper. Okay, we're going to do an exercise. Do me a favor. Grab a pen and paper. Okay, we're going to do an exercise. All right. Give me ones in the chat when I just need one person to have a pen and paper, and I'm going to continue. Give me one in the chat. If, Alex, John, Melanie, Amanda, Nick, yeah, one in the chat. Okay, Melanie. Okay, Melanie's giving me a one in the chat. Okay, so you have a pen. All right, and paper. Grab a piece of paper and answer these questions. Who is my ideal customer and what is the problem that I help them solve? You might be a woodworking business. I help them design custom woodwork. Okay. Who's my ideal customer? What's the problem I have them help them solve? How important is solving this problem to them? Okay. How important is solving this problem to them? Is solving the whatever the problem is that they have a higher priority for them on a scale of 1 to 10. So score it on a scale of 1 to 10. How high of a priority is it? The next thing you want to do, how much is it costing them to have this problem and how much are they willing to pay to make it go away? Write that down. The next thing we're going to do is, and feel free to pause this, guys. Feel free to pause this and then come back while you do this. I'm going to kind of just breeze through this because I have a hard stop number. How many of these customers would I like to work with each month? Okay. Now, how much is it costing me each year for not having this many customers to work with? So whatever your ideal monthly customers is, let's say you want 200 customers, multiply by 12. That's 200 times 12 is what? I was going to say 240, but maybe not. Maybe I may or may not be correct. 200 times 12, 2,400. So that's 2,400. And then how much they're willing to pay? If they're willing to pay $100, you multiply that by 100, and that's 240,000. It's costing you $240,000 every year that you do not have your ideal clients, right? And that's just a general broad number there, right? Now, once you do that, you're gonna ask yourself this. Now, the last question is, what social media platform can I find them on, right? Where do you think they spend most of the time on? You know your business. If you're in woodworking, are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? What is the platform that they are on? It's gonna be very important here as we proceed. The platform is honestly up to you. But what if I told you that there is a way for you to reach your ideal customer across all social media platforms in just a few clicks? You don't even have to worry about the content. You don't need any advertising experience or huge social media following. So if you have one follower, this is still going to work for you. You don't need a creative or media team. So which means if you've never designed anything in your life, this is still going to work for you. You don't need to attend some 11-hour course. I'm not going to be giving you a course to attend. And the reality is most people never really watch courses. They just get it, but they never watch it. You're not going to be watching some 11-hour course to learn how to use it. As a matter of fact, that same system is how you got here. We're going to watch a quick video really quickly. And let's play that.
Imagine Facebook ads, Google ads, and TikTok ads, but with ChatGPT. This is the future of ad creation. You can launch targeted ads across multiple platforms, languages, and business types with our groundbreaking text-to-ad creation feature. Let's dive in. Start by tapping the arrow to open up our cutting-edge integration with OpenAI's ChatGPT. Just add your website, preferred language, what your business is, for example, real estate or roofing services, and tap Generate a Description to finish off your prompt. You can edit this at any time to adjust your ad text, targeting, or including a special offer. Our AI prompting combined with industry best practices and safety rails will then work its magic, generating the best ad copy and targeting that suit each platform. Say goodbye to manual testing. We'll handle it all, generating hundreds of ad combinations to test. But that's not all. Our AI system will also suggest the perfect audience targeting for your ads across platforms. The targeting has been recommended, but you're in control. Edit any target or set up retargeting and lookalikes to reach your desired audience precisely. And guess what? Radius targeting is also at your fingertips. Visuals? We've got you covered. Our vast library includes images and videos from Shutterstock, or feel free to upload your own from Facebook or Instagram. We care about your success. That's why we incorporate industry best practices into our ad copy and campaign creation. Elevate your ads with our expertise. Need to capture leads? Use our intuitive lead form creator. Customize it as you like or upload your existing form. Almost there. Simply set your budget, and voila, you're ready to create a compelling ad campaign. Want to make any last-minute changes? No problem. Tweak your prompt, adjust your targeting, or edit your ad text with ease. And here's the best part. Our AI-powered prompt ad creation works seamlessly across all major platforms. Whether it's Google Search, YouTube, TikTok, or LinkedIn, we've got you covered. For Google Search, we've got the right keywords, equipped with safety rails to optimize your budget effectively, and implement radius targeting for that extra edge. Feel free to add a phone number, call extension, or customize anything to your liking. We believe in flexibility, so why wait? Unlock the true potential of your ads with our text-to-ad creation feature today. Join the revolution and skyrocket your advertising game.
All right, so that's basically, I don't know if you guys, the summary of it is basically with this AI tool. Okay, let me give you guys a quick summary. You can advertise, and we're rolling out some more. We actually just rolled out, that's not going to be on here. We rolled out the ability for you to advertise on Spotify and Bing. Let me see if my slides will actually pull up here. Look at that. Technical difficulty, guys. But there we go. All right, perfect. So basically, you now have the ability. Yeah, there you go. Spotify ads. You have the ability to advertise Google search, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever your ideal audience is. You can reach them exactly where they are. Exactly where they are. Right. And guess what? With ads, your content is prioritized. And here's what's even better. Whenever someone is posting organic content, whenever somebody's viewing their organic content, your ad is showing up. You get to the front of the line. Think about it as the cheat code. You walk into the line, you walk into a busy restaurant, and rather than you having to wait and be number 200 in line, they just say, hey, Mr. Ethan, Mr. Mark, please, Miss Jennifer, Mrs., walk here with me, please, to the front of the line. We have a seat on the table. Advertising is the equivalent of going to a busy restaurant with reservations. Okay, when you have reservations, they attend to you first. Now, if you say, hey, I don't want a reservation to this busy restaurant, I want to wait in line, then guess what? You walk in the door and they tell you it's a 2 years wait before you see any sort of traction on your post. Okay, that's the equivalent, which means no food for you, which means you don't get to be VIP. You get VIP when you advertise. That's how the advertising platforms, that's how the social media platforms work. Okay, so the system completely incorporates AI, from selecting the right videos to the right images to writing the right copy for you. Okay, the system works for any industry, any niche. If you want more visibility while saving time, then this is a system for you to use. So how does it work? On a quick breakdown, you copy and paste your website URL. If you don't have a website, that's fine. There's a website builder included at no cost to you. You copy and paste your website URL into the software. It reads your website, picks the right targeting, image and video, writes compelling advertising copy, and all you have to do is pick the geographic location, set your budget, and you're good to go. Okay, so guys, we're wrapping up here. So I'm gonna do an exclusive. Remember, I promised you guys a bonus discount only for those who sign up today. Basically, is the discount is what you're gonna get is you're gonna get the AI, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Google, Bing, and more, and any new platform that's released. You get that. That's a value of $3,564. You get access to our AI CRM, remember, website. You can get a free website done for you at no extra charge. AI conversational text and email for 5,000, value 964. You're not paying this. This is the value. Okay. And social media content creation and the templates that was mentioned earlier, and the social media publishing tool that's valued in 1927, total value of 11,455. You don't pay this. Okay. You don't pay this at no cost. You get all this for $297 per month. Okay, this is on the pro plan, or you can get it $83 a month on the basic plan when you get started. Okay, so I'm also going to be including else some bonus because you need a few other things. What else do you need? I'm going to include in bonuses for free to help you replace tools you already use. I'm going to be giving you a CRM pipeline management, sales funnels, website builders, surveys and forms, email marketing. Everything you needed is all included in there when you go sign up right now. Okay, so you get everything for just $297 per month. I'm going to be including the link here for you guys to go ahead and sign up. And here's the link to get started. And I'm going to take 2 questions. Okay, I'm going to take 2 questions, but this is the link. Let's go ahead and it's a tournament timer. I'm going to take 2 questions before we go ahead and jump off real quick. So if you guys have questions, all right, I'm going to leave the link up in the screen right there. And I'm going to take questions. Let's actually do this. Anyone with questions? Let me actually navigate to my questions tab. I'm going to take 2 questions. So a few things while we wait for the questions to come up. A few common questions we have is, what's the learning curve, right? What is the learning curve for the platform, right? How long does it take to learn? Honestly, it all depends. Like I said, there's been people who have learned how to use it in less than 2 weeks, and there's people in which a month or 2, depends. But the reality is this: you can use this to get more traction for what it is that you're currently already doing. Just imagine you went from basically making posts and no one basically came and used your product, no one basically came and used your service, to a position in which now you're in a position in which you can organically jump to the front of the line and get more traffic, basically get more people flowing, giving you their money because you're basically being intentional. Okay, Alex has a question. So will we get assistance once signing up on how to use platform? Absolutely. You get a dedicated onboarding. We'll help you walk through the way. You have a dedicated support staff to help you through the whole process. So you'll be basically getting dedicated support, Alex, once you guys go ahead and sign up. So the link again is there. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Um, and pretty much this is available for those who are on the webinar, or if you're basically watching the replay, but this is going to be available to you to sign up for the platform. So paid and organic ads, paid and organic. So organic is organic. Amanda, organic is basically, think about organic just right example versus paid ads is basically you being in front of the line. So you can do organic postings, which means post on social medias. Absolutely, you can. Or you can be in a position in which you can go ahead and do a paid ad strategy. Whichever one you wanted to do, you can do both from the platform. That's what makes us unique from what's out there. So those are the questions I'm going to take. The link is going to be available. Definitely, guys, go check it out. This is for those who are on the webinar. Definitely go sign up. And that's pretty much it, guys. And thanks again, everyone, for being on here. Let's get some music playing. And definitely, guys, go check it out and go sign up.